One second. Just hold on.
We all have done it.
And a lot of it is in the history also.
Yes,
There's so much more.
Okay, I already saw it. Sure.
But actually, I did a fantastic job in just these models. Of course, this art exhibition happened after but our exhibition space is thanks to the tourism.
Yeah. A lot of them are very disability. This actually person was coming in the metro and he saw in the morning and then he wanted to just paint the same. We had people from almost 13 states of India came in and we had around 52 participants.
How many have been sold so far?
Ma'am, around 20 now.
20 out of?
20 out of now 120.
So that's
No, 105, sorry, 105, 20. Yes.
So I think there needs to be a public with some degree of sensitivity, some
They will be painting over here.
Mohan, that's yours?
Yeah. This is
10.
this is the cartoon character.
Doraemon.
And this is Galvan standoff for India-China war in 2020.
इधर चले जाओ इधर चले जाओ अभी बोलो हाय मैम सॉरी
That is your favorite picture, I remember that.
Yeah.
Have you done any more since then, after that?
Yeah. Any more?
You have
Yeah.
done
Any
more?
more? Yeah.
Doing a lot of which is
This is the cartoon character and this is the Galvan standoff for India-China war in 2020.
Nice to see you again. Good to see you too. Where is your painting? Yeah, you should tell us. Can you go on up this side? Explain.
Riza, yes Riza. Riza, I want you to look at the camera. Can you stand there and tell us? Yeah. Now turn. Yes Riza, now tell. Loudly. Okay. What?
Colors and natures.
Wow, very nature. So how many paintings did you do totally?
I did 1 and 2.
You did any more?
Has she been continuing to do the artwork?
Yes.
Very nice. Nice.
She's getting trained. I'm an artist, so
Great job. Good job. Good.
Very good. So nice to see you.
Excuse me
Somebody else was rehearsing their part.
Ma'am, this is Nandita. Nandita, can you come here and explain? Nandita's going to be on the panel with us also. Can you tell what you have done? Turn this side. Turn this side. Yeah, turn this side. Yeah. Can you tell us what you have done in your paintings, Nandita?
Sir side
Dangerous Durga. Okay. And then bottom. Buddha Purnima. Okay. Okay. Ancient Shiva. Okay. Okay. Great. Thank you, Nandita. Thank you. Chichu, would you want to come in this side? You will stand next to your painting. Chichu, come this side and explain. Look that side. Come, Nandita, come this side.
side
these 1, 2, 3. These 3 paintings, I did this painting. So we love to do. Actually, I am still art. I am also artist, illustrator, and photographer, and drawer also. And also we do the lot of things. And this is my explorations and my ideas come from me.
So you have a website, am I
Yes,
right?
yes. Out of my optimals called the name of brand. So these are things that my elder brother Aniket is posting. And also to my painting is mine. And so that my mind fully mine. I'm doing the painting. No more compromise. Anything. I do this. Really. Thank you.
I'll tell you.
Yes, you tell.
Abba, you can. Good morning, Banet and all. My name is Shreyas Rajgopal and I am studying in class 12. My college name is Swami Vivekanand Sindhi Society. Each day I study in Chembur for that. I have done 3 paintings of mine, which is Buddha, this is Lord Krishna, and this is the barley painting. I have learned drawing from INIMHANS Leena teacher, then Anil sir and Lakshmi teacher. First, when I was small, I was doing with INIMHANS, then till COVID I was doing with Leena teacher. From COVID I was doing with Anil sir and Lakshmi ma'am. Hope you all like my paintings. Thank you and have a nice day.
Thank you so much.
Just for your information, this was done when NIMHANS conducted a workshop, and he had never worked on a canvas before. So he was always used to working on drawing books, etc. And this was his first experience in it. Dushyant sir helped him a lot, and he loves to do Varli art, mandala, Madhubani, and stuff like that. So, and now of late he's been doing a little bit of pencil sketching as well.
Now I'm doing my other drawing over here.
Very good.
Shall I continue my drawing now?
Yes, sure.
Thanks for coming.
Now I go and sit there. No? Shall I go and sit there?
Next.
And see this now.
Thank you. So now I go to my other drawing.
Yes.
And
Just you look and draw or you draw on your own?
ये देख के करते हैं आप कि अपने आप करते हैं?
अपने आप करता है,
अपने आप करते हैं.
एक एक करके दिखाओ.
बढ़िया.
दुर्गा.
And see this.
Beautiful. Super.
Nice color combination. And see this.
Excellent.
You have to sign, okay?
Yeah.
नाम लिखना चाहिए.
Okay, आ जाओ.
बढ़िया है. Very good, Rohan. Very good. Congrats.
Well done. Today, what are you going to do?
They've kept
And actually
canvases
planted
for them so that for the next 2 days to be happy
go on
and
the
they are
canvas.
actually planted all environments. It will take
Because he likes politics and
yeah.
Present here. Today we are all gathered at the National Gallery of Modern Art for this unique art exhibition and panel discussion titled Mental Health and Art From Hope to Healing. This month, October, marks the World Mental Health Day, and both the National Gallery of Modern Art and NIMHANS Art Institution were keen that we do this program as part of a shared vision and collaboration, and hence we all are here for the 2-day art exhibition which will be today and tomorrow at NGMA. As part of today's inaugural program, I now invite the head of the department, Dr. Janardana, to give the welcome address. This program has been collaboratively done with NGMA and departments in NIMHANS such as the Department of Psychiatric Social Work, Psychiatric Rehabilitation Services, and Mental Health Education. Dr. Janardana, welcome.
So good morning, all of you. Thank you, Alti, for asking me to welcome the gathering. Today we are here because of the collaboration with the Ministry of Empowerment of Differently Abled and Senior Citizens 2 years back. So they supported us in terms of conducting two such programs where we had invited people with mental illness and other disabilities to take part in sketching the art, and we were able to collect around 105 arts in these 2 years, and now we are having a collaboration with NGMA. The next 2 days we have 10 people coming here who are very eager in terms of exhibiting their artistic skill, and we look forward for the finished product. So first of all, I would like to welcome all these 8 people who have accompanied with their family members for this program, and we have created a platform for you all. So hope you would enjoy doing your work, and this would take you to the next level. So I once again welcome all the family members and the persons who have come here to exhibit their artistic skill. Let me also welcome our beloved director, Dr. Pratima Murthy, who has agreed to be with us, encourage and motivate people to exhibit their artistic skill. And she also going to share her thoughts in terms of how art can help us in terms of expressing our feelings and emotions. And this is the best way. And it can be a therapeutic and also help us in terms of dealing our own emotions and our own struggles. Then I would like to welcome the director, Ms. Priyanka Mary Francis, NGMA Bangalore, again who has taken keen interest in terms of collaborating and taking the responsibility of conducting such a beautiful program, hosting this program. So I would like to welcome you, ma'am, and also thank you for taking this initiative. And I would like to thank Ms. Shalini Raman, who has been an artist and illustrator, and she has supported us in last 2 programs, and we do expect you to be part of this journey and help us to take this further. So I would like to welcome you once again, madam. Then I would like to welcome Ms. Nandita V, who is also an artist and a service user, who has agreed to come and share with us her experiences of using art as a therapy. Then I would like to welcome Dr. Rajani Parthasarathi, who has been always with us in all the journey towards the mental health program in Karnataka, and she has taken a lot of initiative in developing mental health program, taking mental health to the community. So welcome you, madam. I would welcome Dr. Ranganathan, who has been our teacher, who has done a lot of work in rehabilitation. So we learned a lot from him, and whatever we are today, we owe to you. So I welcome you, sir, for this program. I also would like to welcome all the organizers and all the participants who have come here and who have traveled long distances, who are going to be with us for next 2 days. And let us enjoy and work together, and let us learn together and take something back home. Thank you all for giving me this opportunity. I once again welcome all of you for this program. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Janardhan. I now request Director NGMA, Ms. Priyanka Francis, to please set the context and let us give us guidance on how to take this forward. Good morning and a warm welcome to all of you. On behalf of National Gallery of Modern Art, Bengaluru, under the Ministry of Culture, Government of India, I'm truly delighted to welcome all of you to the inauguration of our two-day exhibition titled Mental Health and Art From Hope to Healing, in which the artworks of persons with mental illness are showcased. This initiative is an outcome of a very special collaboration between NGMA and National Institute of Mental Health and Neurosciences, NIMHANS, specifically the departments of psychiatric social work, psychiatric rehabilitation services, and mental health education. Art and mental health, though seemingly different, both seek to understand and express the human experience. Where science helps us to understand the mind, art helps us to feel and communicate what words often cannot. Together, they create a bridge between emotion and expression, between pain and healing, between solitude and connection. Through this initiative, we hope to shed light on the therapeutic potential of art, not just as a form of creative expression, but as a powerful tool for self-discovery, recovery, and courage. They remind us that creativity can provide a voice to the unspoken and bring comfort to the unseen struggles of the mind. The collaboration between NGMA and NIMHANS stands as a model of how cultural and scientific institutions can work hand in hand to address social challenges with empathy and innovation. It demonstrates that promoting mental well-being is not the responsibility of one sector alone or one institution alone for that matter. It's a shared commitment that can be strengthened through partnerships like this. I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the teams from NIMHANS, the participating artists, and the staff of NGMA Bengaluru for their vision, dedication, and collective effort in bringing this initiative to life. Their hard work truly embodies the spirit of collaboration and community that this exhibition represents. As we begin today's proceedings, let us carry forward the message that healing can emerge from hope, that art can nurture empathy, and that together, institutions like NGMA and NIMHANS can continue creating spaces that inspire understanding, inclusion, and well-being. Thank you all. Thank you, madam, for your inspirational words and for setting the tone for today's inauguration and the exhibition. And thank you for all your encouragement and your enthusiasm to have this event for the next 2 days. I now invite our Director of NIMHANS, Dr. Pratima Murthy, to give her inaugural address.
Good morning, everyone. It's a real pleasure to see all of you here today to celebrate World Mental Health Month this year, and also to come together at this lovely place, the NGMA, to celebrate art and mental health. I just, of course, first of all wanted to put on record my appreciation to Ms. Priyanka Francis. I know that this association with NIMHANS was already there in your previous positions that you held. And one of the things that struck me is that your heart is in the right place. And that, you feel for people, you want to do things that make a difference for people. And I think that's why it's so easy to kind of gel with NIMHANS, because perhaps our missions, our ways of looking at things are very, very similar. At this particular venue, we had a discussion on preventing suicide. This was maybe a month ago. And then again, we felt it was very important to actually use the medium of art and discuss the medium of art and its role in healing. I know we have very different constituents today. We have, of course, the staff of the NGMA, and I was telling Ms. Francis that one of their staff was earlier with NIMHANS as our museum curator, Ms. Amrita. And I remember during COVID, we actually had an exhibition on art for young children. And that resulted in several hundred illustrations by children on how their experience of the COVID got expressed. So some of it was the real expression of how afraid they were of the virus. For some it was how that gave them an opportunity to engage more with their families. For some it was about strength and resilience on how to beat the virus. So it was very nice to see that. And then that was followed by a webinar with many of the children and a compilation of all that they had done. And it's remarkable, I still use some of those illustrations when I make my presentations because, those young minds really express so many different things in such evocative ways that, words or writing simply can't express. And then, of course, I come to the exhibition that several people here actually contributed to. I believe this was a couple of years ago at NIMHANS. I remember in our Heritage Museum, the entire corridor was full of paintings. Many of you are very familiar. You all have made your paintings so beautifully. Not only made the paintings, but also explained the paintings. Whoever came there was deeply impressed that so much effort had gone into these, the interpretation, the meaning of some of the things, the beauty in some of this, but most importantly, that everyone who had, the artists who had done that, all of you are artists, whoever has put up those exhibitions at NIMHANS and now here today what we inaugurated, all of you are artists. Artist does not mean that you have to be professionally very good. It means that you can put down your thoughts on a piece of paper or on a piece of canvas in a way that other people can understand. So congratulations to all of you for a fantastic job. I know that out of the 105 paintings, about 15 or 20 had got sold. I think it was also exhibited in the Chitrakala Parishad. And then, of course, the third time here. So imagine putting up your paintings 3 times in a matter of a couple of years. That itself is great. And, the best thing to say is lage raho. Today again you have an opportunity to have some new paintings. So it's a great job that all of you have done, and congratulations to all of you. Similarly to the parents, I think hats off to all of you. Thank you for coming today. Thank you for being around. Thank you for your encouragement. Thank you for your indulgence. Thank you for understanding that this can be a fantastic way of doing things in a constructive manner. And that's where art and mental health are very closely linked. In fact, some of the very leading journals, whether it's JAMA, whether it's the British Journal of Psychiatry, have a section on humanities and also use a lot of art in their cover pages. I know of colleagues who actually contributed to this. At NIMHANS, we regularly have a calendar that we bring out of paintings that are made by our service users. So that's another way of expressing and telling everybody what you're doing. So art as a form of expression is very, very useful because it really conveys so much of your emotion, so much of your imagination, so much of your thoughts, so much of your feelings. And therefore, it's a fantastic mode of expression. It's also a fantastic way of exploration. Some people do it through poetry, some people do it through dance, some people do it through art. So any kind of art, and I believe that art is all of these, can be a fantastic way of exploring your minds, exploring the world around you, exploring nature, exploring the animal world, exploring beliefs. It can be all of that. Art is also very useful for interpretation. So to understand what is going on in people's mind, how it changes depending upon how people feel, etc. And it's also a very good way of evaluation. In fact, there are colleagues at NIMHANS who have been doing PhD dissertations which also involve artwork. So for example, I had a PhD student who looked at seeing how people with addiction interpret their own lives. And that is a very insightful way of getting them to understand through through this exploration how their journeys unfold. So art has huge, and of course, art as a form of relaxation. Again, it's a fantastic way of being able to calm down, of putting your energy into it, and of being able to express yourself in a constructive manner. So art has huge value. And of course, I must also say that last year we had a group of urban artists, urban sketchers, who came, and I think you also came as part of the urban sketchers. And therefore, they actually drew all the buildings of NIMHANS, the trees, the nature. So all of you have come to NIMHANS, know it's such a beautiful campus, as indeed is NGMA. So I'm hoping NGMA will have its next set of, artists come and draw up NGMA and actually publicize it to a lot of people who need to know about how beautiful the place is. So that's very important, and I can't tell you the kind of opportunities. I know that we've had this little thing from Das telling us about his website, and that's lovely. I mean, I remember meeting you last time, and and the fact that you put up a lot of your pictures on your website, that is really, really great. Similarly, I can tell you that the sketches that the urban artist did was actually became part of a postage stamp and, a first day cover that NIMHANS, the Post and Telegraphs released, and that was released by the Honorable, the Honorable President of India was to release it, but because of the change in the thing, the Postmaster General was there, and that got released. So we have a first day cover, a miniature series, and a set of stamps, which are available for the public to use and also celebrate what NIMHANS does. So I wanted to compliment all the colleagues at NIMHANS who have been involved, and I'll end that by, it's only by collaborations that these are possible. And today we have collaborations between our service users, parents of our service users, the different departments at NIMHANS, the NGMA, people representing the art world, and of course the state government. Dr. Rajini Patsarthi is here, and she represents the Karnataka government. And I can tell you that it's by collaborations with the Karnataka government that a lot can be done. I believe that there is immense potential to collaborate on various things. And now I had to go back to discuss with another official the possibility of setting up NIMHANS-like services in other parts of Karnataka. So I have to leave a little early to be able to do that. But I leave with a lot of hope in my heart, and that's the theme of today's session, from hope to healing. I think all of us nurture that hope. We all know that neurodiversity is very much accepted, and that we all need to learn to accept one another, to help one another, to support one another, and to fulfill whatever potential there is. So all of us have some or the other strength. To identify those strengths and to realize that potential becomes one very important way, and all forms of art are roads to that path. So I hope you have a wonderful day today, listening to the panelists, and of course also participating in the artwork that is to follow. And thank you very much for all being here today. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam, for your encouraging words always and for being so supportive of this entire program. On behalf of National Gallery of Modern Art, I would request Priyanka, Madam, to please come onto the dais to hand over a small token to Director NIMHANS, Dr. Pratima Murthy.
Come. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, lovely. Oh, my favorite reading. Thank you so much. Absolute pleasure. And I take your job. Thank you.
Madam, I'd also request you to please hand over a small memento to the head of the department, Dr. Janardana. And we have our senior faculty, Dr. Raghunathan. Sir, can you please accept an artwork?
Thank you for coming, sir.
Thank you so much. I request the audience to please be seated as we continue with the panel discussion. It's going to be really interesting. We're going to ask the audience also to participate. I think Madam will need to leave. Time. Just hold on for a few minutes. So thank you so much, Shadi, for being with us today. We also have Nandita, who is one among all of you, who is from Bangalore. Nandita, join us on the stage to tell about your experience. And we're going to have many more people in the audience who would also be called upon to give their experience. So Nandita, please be seated. And we have Dr. Rajni Parthsarthi, who is the Deputy Director of Mental Health from Government of Karnataka, who's again always been a huge supporter of NIMHANS and our work. So thank you to Dr. Rajni for having us. So I'm going to be sitting with the panelists there and asking a few questions, and I'll also turn the mic on to you to answer a few questions and ask a few questions to the panelists as and when we have the time. Yeah, thank you.
Mommy wants me to give this to you to talk about yourself a little when I give you the mic. Okay?
Very warm welcome to all our panelists today, and thank you for accepting our invitation for being over here. So let me start by asking you that this is a very unique exhibition, an exhibition connecting mental health to art, and also it's almost like by the users, for the users, of the users concept that we are having over here. So how do each one of you see art as a pathway of expression, especially in the space of mental health? So maybe one by one, I would just want you to pick up the mic and give your experiences in your profession.
Hi, first of all, thank you so much for inviting me here. To answer your question, I think art is, what I would say is art is us. So when it comes to mental health also, since it is so much us, when you are given a chance to express yourself, be it through dance, be it through your the colors, what I deal with is a visual art thing, be it through performance art or be it through visual art, you are actually putting yourself out there. So that way it kind of communicates with the world and to yourself that this is who I am. And that is the truth. So that is my interpretation of
Thank you. Very, very beautifully said, very artistically told. And I think that resounds with a lot of artists who are sitting here, that art is their expression of themselves, and it also portrays their mental well-being. Dr. Rajni, being a mental health professional, how would you look at art and mental health and a way of expressing?
First of all, good morning everybody. Eldrigu namaskara. Thanks for this opportunity, and it's a great opportunity and learning for me, more than me sharing my experience. I think being a psychiatrist with around 25 plus years of experience, we know that not everybody's personality is same. Some people are very vocal, whether it is mental health issue or without mental health issue. So many people, they cannot verbalize what they want to say. Sometimes people come and sit in front of us and they're just, they cannot talk. So what's happening? So pakkadalliroru, they'll be tell what is happening to you to the doctor. No, doctor then only will understand. If you're sitting quietly, how will doctor understand? So this kind of, lot of pressure comes to them. So during those times, recently, one of the clients when I was discussing with. So this kind of scenario was there. Then I said, why don't you all sit outside? Let me just talk to the person for a few minutes. So to my surprise, she started, talking very well, and I gave a piece of paper. So if you have something more to say which you can't really verbalize, then why don't you write? She started writing. So many anxieties, fear, sadness, and a trauma which has happened around few years back, which a person cannot disclose to express and disclose, and it's difficult to verbalize. It's very distressing to verbalize. So it's easy for them to do it through painting, through some words, do a sketch, and then this is my mother, this is my father, this is what had happened 25 years back. And then if you ask few more questions, you can close the loop and understand. And I think great opportunity to all of them also. And I want to congratulate each one of you. And what a nice paintings, and I was seeing the color combinations. There was no, not even a dot when there is a white background. Because when you are painting, I think I cannot paint so well. So it's really a great opportunity, and I think all of you should continue this and more and more. Probably, in the government also, starting from Ayushman Arogya Mandirs, where we have huge number of community health officers. Yoga is part of these public health institutions. Probably we need to, introduce art also, wherein a lot of them can come and express their feelings, and then any mental health issues also. So it will be and also a great place where you can socialize with people, which also increases your brain health, mental health. So those are my thoughts.
Thank you, Dr. Rajni. Nandita, would you want to, you can sit, Nandita. Thank you. Would you want to introduce yourself, the work that you do, and also how has art and painting helped you in your recovery and your journey? Would you want to say that?
Yeah.
Keep the mic close to you, Nandita. Yeah.
Namaste everyone. I am Nandita. People say I'm autistic, but I believe I am artistic.
Very nice. Very nice.
I enjoy all art forms. Theatre, dance and singing. It adds excitement to my life. And art, like sketching and painting. It calms me, relaxes me. It all started off when my grandmother used to tell me to write at least one page of handwriting. You know what it used to take me an hour to complete one page. Because, you see, I used to draw each letter, not write. Last but not the least, I used to watch Mad on Pogo. It's my favorite art serial. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Nandita. I'd want to go on to Shalini again. So, as an artist, how do you translate complex emotions such as mental health emotions like anxiety, hope, resilience into a visual art form? And especially, do you find that, creating art, you did talk about it being self, but, creating art and, expressing art being more therapeutic and being a method of communicating apart from, it expressing yourself also.
Answering your first part of the question, how do we translate complex emotions in art? So if you notice, in fact, each person has a different style and a different way of expressing themselves. So what might be, anger for one person might be calming for another. So whenever there's for example, say I may use blue to express, joy and balloons and seaside and all, and some other person might actually take it as sadness. So personally, I feel I don't plan to express it in my lines, but then say I have a state of mind that that I have while I'm working on it, it expresses itself. So many a times when I've gone back and looked at my art, I've seen anxious situations would have had just pencil artwork half done. And I might just leave it like that. It looks complete in fact. It conveys the story to me. It conveys the story to whoever is looking at it, and they know that okay, maybe you were probably scared, you were probably angry, maybe you didn't have time. It could mean so many things, but then you start to see a pattern in that artist's work. I may put in, I may be working towards a deadline, and that will actually show up in my artwork. So I don't think we really plan to put out to depict something. It just gets depicted. And that's where I think art is so much us, because we don't. It's not like science. It's not. There's no right answer to it. When you put something down, it expresses you automatically.
Then I'm going to come to you. Yeah. So Shalini over here said that art is a lot of self, that it depicts you, right? So who Nandita is, that comes out in your art, right? What you want to do comes out in your art. So I want to know, how has art played a role, and what message do you want to take away from this exhibition and the artwork? I mean, what do you think you would want to tell people, other people like you, about art and how it helped you? What would you like to tell them?
Art has played a wonderful role in my life, and it has always inspired me to do more of art and never give up on art. But during my busy schedules, I am very sorry that I couldn't complete any art. And then I was getting scared that I would give up on art. Then I told my mother, the minute I'm done with all these busy schedules, no, I will just shut up and do all the artwork. That's all. No matter what.
That's nice. That's the passion to get back to work and get back to art, because it was a huge longing on your side. Wonderful, Nandita. Thank you so much. Rajni, from the policy standpoint, you've seen the exhibition today and you said it was one of your first to see something like this. What can we expect from the government for such art exhibitions, and how do you think the government programs can support such community-based art exhibitions?
Yeah, community mental health, I think all of us are working from many decades. I think what is missing is this portion. Wherever we do lot of mental health camps all over in all the districts, taluk places, and also in PHCs. I think starting from panchayat level, whenever there are fairs, health camps, I'm sure a lot of fairs keep happening every month in various panchayats, taluks, districts, and in the state level also. I think this should be part of those kind of fairs as well as health camps and any such programs at the panchayat level itself, so that it is easy for the people who are nearby to come and participate. So if we do everything at the district, state level, and even taluk or block level, people localites may not be able to travel and participate. I think starting from panchayat level, we can collaborate with rural development panchayat raj department and other departments also, like WCD, education department especially, wherein a lot of fests happen in each college, every school. I think this should be part of their curriculum. I think in the previous, many years back, that one moral science, one physical education, these classes were there. So what I was, discussing in one of the meetings, many times, one day before they tell that during this period you get this book. One day before they tell you during the physical education, during the moral science, during other things. I think, more emphasis should be there for such kind of expression for children. Many a time, even if there are counselors full time in the colleges and schools and various places, people who cannot communicate verbally can be, actually put into this kind of art exhibitions, and that should be part of that. I think we can scale up this initiative in various spaces.
I think that's very good news for a lot of our artists over here. So if you're going to get opportunities in the community to possibly display your art, we'll be inviting all of you and see how this can be taken forward. Shalini, I also, we have a lot of young artists over here who have come in, who are users, who have come beyond their limitations and have gone on to express themselves in art. So what would your message to our young artists, users be?
Main message would be just continue making your art. One of the major misconceptions that's there existing around art, be it for a user, be it for a regular, daily walk person, is that they feel that they have to have a certain state of mind to start making art, which I would say is not true. The moment you start making art, it just starts, it flows. Whatever you do, be it just a line, be it just a word that you write, the moment you get into the flow of it is when you are actually making the art. And for that, it takes a bit of time, but it doesn't require you to be of a certain state of mind. So what I would suggest to young artists across, be it service users or the ones who are pursuing their passion or the ones who are in the industry making their art, is that you don't have to be a seasoned artist or you don't have to even know art to start making art. Just get there and start doing your thing, because while you're doing is when you're expressing yourself and the personality actually starts coming out. And the more we do it, the more we become aware of our own self. The more we come to know of our own nature and things. So personally, I would like to actually mention that I studied to be an engineer, and art used to be just a hobby. But the time that I actually really picked up on art was, there was a recession world over in 2008, I think, 2008-9, and I was suddenly out of job. And they required me to travel back to India. I was in the US at that time, and they required me to travel back to India. And my husband's nature of work was that he would not be able to come back. So that was when I picked up art. It was just as a way of journaling my life. It had more words than figures in it. But I used to draw whatever I used to see. It made no sense to me. But then soon it slowed me down. I went into an introspectional space each time I put the pencil to my paper. And sometimes they were just pencil artwork, sometimes they were colors, sometimes they were just shapes, sometimes they were people. But each time it actually helped me slow down and get to know myself better. Somewhere I feel that kind of helped me sail through that whole difficult phase where you're out of job and you don't know what you're going to do, and you've always imagined that you're going to have something stable to look forward to, but then it's not happening. It's a slippery slope, you can fall the other way, but then it carried me through. And pretty soon I made friends with art, and then that's my profession now. So I don't look back to join back IT, because art gives me everything that I've been looking for. It gives me the peace, it gives me expression. So for young artists, stick on to it. It actually is a good space to be in.
So it helps in healing, it takes care of your mental health, it also gives you an expression, and art is freedom.
Absolutely, yeah. A lot of freedom, in fact, because There's another thing I would like to put in. A lot of times you may want to express yourself, but you don't want the world to really see you the way. If you're scared that the world will see you a certain way, art gives you that freedom to camouflage it. You can do things. You can probably write and then color over it, and then you know what is there in it. You can actually go back, look at it, see your story behind, but then the world is not going to know because they are going to think that this is just part of you just wanted to do something like that. And that's a very strong, that gives you strength and freedom to express yourself in the right way.
I think what you talked about camouflage, it also helps you to, undo what you think you've not done right. I mean, I don't think life gives us that opportunity,
Yes.
but art does, and art
does.
gives us that creativity and freedom to actually just put another just stroke which could possibly change the entire canvas.
Absolutely. You can just hide it with a paper which looks like a doorway. I mean, we've done so much of it, and you're right. Actually, it sets you free, gives you the strength, it gives you the courage also to put it out there, and then be free of that mental burden, which life doesn't. You're right.
Wonderful, wonderful expressions. Nanita, can I come back to you? How would you, Rajni Madam spoke about how they can try having some exhibitions at the community level where all your artists and your work can be displayed. How do you think that either the government or the society should help artists like you who are painting, who are doing? How do you think the government or the society or other organizations should help you?
They can do it by teaching me more artwork at CKP, because CKP is the most loveliest college I've ever been doing art with.
And how do you think, apart from learning art, do you think any of these organizations can also help you display the art?
Yeah.
Or show your art?
Yeah, if they have any connection towards CKP or something, then they can definitely help me with it. Because CKP is the most memorable college anybody would ever like to join and do art in. And then they have the most specialized teacher, and then his name is Anil sir. If you have any contact or connection with him, you can go further in CKP and then do whatever artwork you want. No one will stop you.
Wonderful, wonderful. I think that's a huge shot. No, Nanta, I want you to hold on. So, if in case they do showcase, they do exhibitions like this, today we are having it in National Gallery of Modern Art. Where else do you think you want your paintings to be seen? In India, abroad, where all do you want your paintings to be seen?
I want it to be seen in Hyderabad.
Hyderabad, why?
Because Hyderabad is a wonderful place where I want to go to one place where they make lot of movies like Chennai Express. I want to go to the film city.
Film city. Okay, so you want your art to be shown in the film city. Anywhere else that you want it to be shown?
No, only in film city, because I want to see Bahubali's filmmaking.
You don't want to go to Delhi and show your artwork to the Prime Minister or to the President?
No, I am quite shy to show to the
You're very shy. Okay, who all want to go to Delhi from here? We'll try seeing if anything can happen. Hands up? All of you?
Yeah, many.
Many. Okay, great. Okay, so Rajni, taking a straw from there, you did speak about how possibly it would, art camps and health camps can possibly help in doing things. What challenges do you see in scaling up? Especially, I spoke to you about selling this artwork. Exhibiting is one part of it. Selling this artwork. From the government side, can you think of any PPP model or anything that can be done to help showcase? And if yes, what? If no, what do you think could be the challenges?
I think it is, challenges will be there everywhere. I think, we need to turn out those into opportunities. Selling, of course, we can't put a price for whatever efforts they have put in, but I think every piece of art should be praised by the person who has done it. And more awareness, like, one of the concepts what we have started is like human library concept in 3 districts in Karnataka. where recovered mental health, person who has recovered from mental health issue would be borrowed like a book, and the person shares the experience. For example, I went through depression, anxiety, how it looks like to go through, sad mode, feeling like crying, feeling like, negative thoughts, not able to, wishes to die, wishes to attempt. So people might say, you're looking so nice, why are you telling you're depressed? No, you can't show that pain, can't show that anxiety, right? So if somebody says there is a snake here, all of us will be running here and there, right? How do you show that anxiety? So I'm sure, I think there are some challenges like, first of all, find out where the artists are. We know, I think, more than lakhs of people with mental health issues, and find out, take consent from them, and then make them aware that these kind of mental health camps or health camps are the places where they can do exhibitions, and then some amount of paperwork, permissions, those things. Apart from that, I don't see a very big challenge if the person with mental health issue gives his or her consent to display their arts, right? And also, I think we have to routinely use this as a method of therapy, right? So many a times, I'm sure you also would have seen clients like that, and I'm also, as a psychiatrist, would see. So many a time, bullying has become a big problem in schools and educational institutions. And even as adults, they remember that this is the kind of bullying that I went through when I was in 5th standard, 9th standard, and various other times, and even adults. So they, interaction, communication with the authority figures, colleagues, many a times they would have been treated badly, but they would not have, expressed what they felt. So sometimes we do tell, you can, in a very assertive way, you can express that, that the way you spoke was very unpleasant. Instead of, some people who cannot do that, we can teach them the media of art. So coming back to your question of how do what challenges, not many challenges, but we have to put these things. There should be an SOP how we find out how many mental health, persons with mental health issues know art, how many are willing to learn art, and then how many are willing to, give consent, motivate them. Part of the human libraries also, and the panchayat libraries also, where it can be displayed, and slowly the community also will be aware that these things also exist.
Continuing from there, Dr. Rajni, so you work a lot in community mental health, especially in rural Karnataka. Now, a lot of people in rural Karnataka hardly know anything about art, or they don't consider art, especially visual art. There's a lot of folk art
Plus,
yes.
Street plays,
and
then dance,
yes,
music,
yes.
and
so
even
there's a lot
like
of performing arts that's
performing
there.
art also.
How
and
do
not
you
only
think
the sketches.
how do you think we can make visual art more inclusive, possibly for users and for the community people in this space to help improve their mental health?
I think teams can be part of our awareness programs. See, when we go for awareness programs, most of the time it is like, discussions. Instead of that, a mental health professional can have a team of people where they can perform art and give a message in that also. So this could be, and also songs where you can, maybe some writers also will be there, many writers. I think it could be part of our mental health awareness programs also. Any type of art.
So
Not only
we could have a corner where there are some people who are painting, some people who are singing,
Correct.
so that people just get an idea of what all artwork,
different menu right?
of artwork that can happen as part of.
So
That's a
similar to the
wonderful idea.
reception menu.
Yes. So that's a wonderful idea actually. So I'm going to just ask you some closing questions, and I'm going to ask the audience to come in. Now, do we have a mic for the audience? Great, Ansu. Yeah, sure, please.
Something to add. Yeah, sure.
Just wanted to add on to what Ms. Rajni just said. One thing that I feel is lacking as a society is our respect for art in general. Mental health, yes, of course, but then when it comes from the society that art is something that you do only in your free time, or say when you don't have an important subject to study or something. when we are doing that in regular schools itself, I find it very challenging that, to introduce that idea to support mental health, because it's like, just teach them how to read, write, and let them go out into the society. But then you also have to teach a person to be okay with themselves, to be able to express themselves, and art gives you that kind of a platform. And a lot of times, though I'm speaking both on behalf of performance as well as visual art, a lot of times what happens is that people are not very comfortable performing. So visual art becomes a little more important in those grounds, wherein you put your paints or pens, even poetry for that matter, just go ahead and express yourself. But the value for that is very low right now. And I was hoping that the new education policy might change it. I do see that they have increased the marks for that, and it's a mandatory thing now. But I'm hoping that it extends to help mental health as well as the regular curriculum as well, so that people come to terms with their own emotions, their own personalities, and are able to put forward the best of them. Then, be it in art, be it in anything, but art definitely helps in doing that.
No, I think so true, because I think art is not the first choice always. It's always kept at an arm's distance. And as you rightly said, if there is free time, then they say, okay, you can do art. I think the culture has been such through education that academics has been given so much of focus. Of course, now you have different types of schools that are coming up, which are also looking at amalgamation of art. But I think that's a very important point.
Because when you see in the society as well, a lot of people have gone through their IITs, the big colleges and all, and then they choose something like, say, stand-up comedy or filmmaking, or they pick up the arts later. But then imagine how much better it would be if they were given the push from the beginning. They spent all those years learning the right thing, or the thing that they wanted to do. And likewise, say it extends again to the person with the mental health distress, because how will he feel free to express that? Because my brother did not get an encouragement to make art. My father did not encourage him. How can I draw? It becomes something like that, and I have a feling that somewhere it kind of stops them. It might stop.
Very true, very true. So I would just like you, all of you, to describe. I'll start with Nandita. Nandita, can you pick up the mic?
Yeah.
So if you would describe the connection between art and mental health in one word, what would it be? One word to describe art and mental health, what would it be?
Art would be like getting inspired by somebody else's
so inspiration
stuff.
So if it's one word, it's inspiration, is it right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Thank you, Nandita. Same thing to you, Rajni. If there was one word between art and mental health, what would it be?
True expression.
True expression. Okay, Shalini.
I would say symbiosis.
Wow. Okay, and why symbiosis?
Because I think mental health requires art to express itself. Any kind of intuitive behavior requires art to express itself. In turn, art actually does express you whether you want it or not. So they both feed on each other in a very beautiful way, and it's not a destructive way. It's a very beautiful relationship that they both have.
Wonderful.
So that's what comes to my mind, symbiosis.
Wonderful. I want to open it up to our artists over here who are here. So you can just raise your hand. Nansoor has the mic, so you can just introduce your name, and I want you to answer only this question first, right? If it was one word that you would describe the connection between art and mental health, what would that word be? Yes. Please introduce yourself and then tell the answer. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Nargis. Okay, I'm very confused as to what to say, but I'll first answer your question.
Yeah.
In one word, it would be
Art and mental health?
it's actually 2-3 words. It helps me discover who I am.
Okay, so discovery.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So why discovery?
So first of all, I'm not a visual arts person. I write poetry and fiction.
Wow.
So now when you were all talking, this thing just revealed itself to me. I did not know this, that I have been a bibliophile since I was a kid. So I'm 8 or 9 years old. I've been reading Harry Potter and all of that. And I have dreamt of being a writer. But I did not start writing until I hit the first depressive episode of my life. It was not a clinical depression thing. It was just I was hit with the reality of life. I was just 18. And my mom is a bipolar disorder patient ever since she was a teenager. And they had hidden it from us as kids, so we were shielded from it for 18 years. I had no clue. So, for the first time when I saw her manic, it just shifted something in me, and I still carry that with me. It's a process. I'm discovering that I have been a primary caregiver also for many years. So I do realize that I loved books. Whole night I used to read. I used to hide from my dad. Like after he went to bed, I would start reading, and when he woke up for Fajr ki namaz, I would then put it under my pillow and pretend like I'm sleeping. But I was not able to write so much. It happened 2 or 3 months after I saw my mom in her manic episode. So it was I'm a fan of Roger Federer, and for his birthday there was a poetry competition online. I started writing poetry, and all these years I have been using poetry to express myself. And the moment I am done with my writing, when I'm in the process of 4 hours can pass, and it will feel like 4 minutes.
So that's the flow state that Shalini spoke about, that once you start with one stroke, then you can continue discovering yourself. So thank you so much. I think we just have to take in other people's views also. So thank you so much for discovering yourself and your mental health from you. Yes. Next, who will go in? Jijo? Yes. So Jijo, just introduce yourself and tell me what is one word that you would tell between art and mental health?
I think I will tell towards you, and we shall talk about happiness.
Happiness. Okay, that's nice. And why happiness?
Why the happiness is called about the art. The art is a experimentation and explore.
Wonderful. So it helps you explore, it helps you experience, and hence you feel happy.
Yes.
Yeah. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Jijo. Thank you. That was a wonderful expression that you had. Yes. Who's next? We have. Okay. Yes. There and then Sandhya, I'll come to you. Yes.
Hi, I'm Geeta.
You have to hold the mic closer. And I'll ask you the same question again. So, yes. Give me art and mental health, one word.
For me, art is like love.
Love. Okay.
It's like love, it just happens. Like you don't know when you fall in love. And art is also like that. When you fall in love, you don't know anything. I think unknown is the best thing we can do.
Oh, nice. But not everyone is
future or past. Mental health comes when you think more about future or past. When you are not in present, then only you can fall in love or you can do art.
Very nice. I think that's a very, I would say, a very thoughtful way of looking at art, and also a very present way of looking at art.
When you fell in love, you don't know.
Very true.
Yeah, when the
You don't know when you got into art and when you've fallen in love with art.
That is the thing. And you have to be in relation with art for long. Like you can't leave this in free time only. I can do art.
No, so if you're in love with art, you obviously will not leave it, right?
Yeah,
so that connection stays.
So everybody should fall in love. Like you don't know that I know, but it can be anything like art, dance.
Any of the art forms. Fine. Thank you so much. Sandhya Peshwangla, would you want to talk anything? Okay, no problem, Sandhya. Thank you. Yes, Rohan.
My name is Rohan Singh. I am hobby is singing and painting. My education qualification is 12 pass in CBSE board of Kendriya Vidyalaya MEGN Center. My other qualification in IDS management of St. Joseph Skill Academy. And
so one word, Rohan, मैं अगर आपको एक शब्द में पूछूं कि what is the connection between art and mental health? What will you say?
My hobby, my art is a good for art here. So art is good for the Durga Puja and Galvan, cartoon character, and among others for all arts.
So how does art help you?
I'm also drawing for also that.
Drawing करते वक्त आपको क्या लगता है?
ड्राइंग करते वक्त हम लोग अकेले बैठ के ड्राइंग करते हैं.
तो कैसे महसूस होता है आपको?
महसूस होता है.
अच्छा लगता है, अच्छा नहीं लगता है, फिर से बार-बार करने को लगता है, क्या लगता है?
अच्छा लगता है बहुत सारे ड्राइंग.
बहुत अच्छा लगता है कि थोड़ा अच्छा लगता है?
बहुत अच्छा लगता है.
उसको अगर किसी ने छोड़ने के लिए बोला तो छोड़ेंगे?
नहीं छोड़ेंगे.
नहीं छोड़ेंगे. Very good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Rohan. Thank you. Who are my other artists over here? Yes, Shreyas, where are you?
I'm here only.
Yes. So can I give the mic to you? Yes. So Shreyas, you will introduce yourself in short. And you will tell me one word between art and mental health.
Yes.
You can stand. You want a video of yourself?
Yes.
Okay.
He will record.
Okay, done.
Sure. Yes. I can stand here.
You have to look at us, Rohan, and speak. I'm sorry, Shreyas, you will have to look at us and speak. So first introduce, here, don't look at the video. He will capture you, don't you look at me. So now you first introduce yourself, Rohan, Shreyas.
Have you started the video?
Yes, he started the video.
A very good afternoon, one and all. I am Shreyas Rajgopal and I am studying in class 12 in Swami Vivekanand Sindhi Society.
Okay, now Shreyas, I'm going to stop you now. I want to ask you specifically, how do you feel when you do artwork? You showed us all your artwork?
Yes.
How do you feel?
I feel very happy if I do the artwork.
Okay, so happy. Apart from happy, what other things you feel? What other emotions you feel?
I feel like showing to everybody.
Very good. So that means you feel very proud about your art. You're very proud that I've done such good work.
Yes.
So is Papa also very proud of what you're doing?
Yes, Auntie.
Very good. That's nice. How else does art help you?
It helps me to draw sketches.
Okay. And anything else?
And it helps me to color also.
Okay. And would you want to tell anything about, to others about your artwork? What people should do in art? What people should pursue?
They have to draw, then outline and color it.
Okay, so everybody should follow the systematic way of doing the artwork. Thank you so much, Shreyas. Thank you.
Okay, and I have learned it from Aini Miss, Leena Miss, Anil Sir and Lakshmi Ma'am.
Perfect. So we'll acknowledge all of them and say a big thanks for teaching Shreyas.
Okay, and happy Diwali to everybody.
Thank you so much, Shreyas. Thank you. You can hand over the mic to Ansu. Thank you so much. Thank you. Anybody else in the audience who wants to talk? Yes, we have Sir over there behind.
That's my friend who just
Please introduce yourself.
My name is Anil. I'm a parent and I have a child. Quite often I see her, taking up a drawing notebook and sketching something over there. Now, when I see her doing those sketches, what I feel is that she is at peace with herself. That is one primary thing I observe. And once she has drawn something meaningful, she will run around in the house and will show it to everyone. And the way she approaches me, I could realize that she has that pride of workmanship in that. This is what two observations.
Wonderful. So peace is one word that we got in, and I think the pride of your work. That's what I think Shreyas also brought out. The pride of doing some work of yours, of your own, to show people.
Peace with oneself is what I observe, because she is having hyper activity. But during that period, what I see is she is absolutely calm. She appears to be quite pleasant also, and it's like she is immersed in something and she doesn't want to be disturbed, and she is not willing to disturb anybody else also. And she is absolutely at peace with herself when she is, doing this thing.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your thoughts. Anybody else from the audience who want to? We go on to the closing. Yes, madam. Okay, over there. Yeah, please. Sure.
So I'm Parmesh Jonah. I'm a practicing visual and performance artist in Bangalore. So art is for me art is a relaxation. So when you have something to express, so it just means when I to deliver it, when I have to deliver it, because so you have a strong thoughts or something to be delivered in the society. So once you deliver, you will get a great relaxation. For me, art is a great relaxation.
Wonderful. Relaxation, Mr. Parmesh. Thank you so much. Here, I think Madam want someone there? Yeah, sure. We will come back to you, Madam, in front. Please split back.
Hi to everyone. I am Lata. I am a parent and also mentor to two students who are with me. They are with intellectual development disorder. So I have been teaching them, and art is my passion as well. So I would like to express art and mental health in just few words, like joy and expression, I would say. Why? Because making art gives you joy, and it's a de-stress modem, I would say, for me too. And I also observe the same in these two are sitting here, Kilesh and Monica, my two students I'm mentoring.
Yes.
So they enjoy doing art, and they also, since they are not expressive verbally, they put their thoughts on paper in art form.
Wonderful. I completely salute the work that you're doing, Madam, and thank you so much for being a part of today's program. Yes, I think in front over here, Madam.
Yeah. Here, second.
Hi, I'm Jiju's mother, Moushami.
You can stand up, ma'am, so that the camera can capture.
I'm Jiju's mother. My name is Moushami. I need to answer one and ask one. Okay. Thank you for inviting us in this fantastic event. And as I've seen Jiju painting, sketching, illustrating, I've seen his joy, I've seen his happiness. Happiness is one word he goes on saying that I feel very happy, and everybody feels happy because he is happy. That is one aspect. My question to the panelists, the esteemed panelists here, I speak as a voice of many mothers. When they see Jijo drawing or when we showcase it in social media, many mothers have asked me, how nice Jijo sketches, paints, but what after that? So, well, every family, every individual does it in their own way. But today I ask you, Madam, selling was one of the things that Dr. Aarti asked. So how do we give that kind of sustenance to artists whose work will be sold and exhibited, so that they can incur some income, income would not be a right word, earning, to make them feel that their piece of art is being sold. So how many more will there be exhibitions, or will there be many other facets? How will this go? Many mothers, many parents have asked me, yeah, art is good, but I don't know what next.
So I'll answer you before handing over. I would want Shalini and Rajni to come in. I think one is that at NIMHANS we do want to have many more exhibitions. So I think as soon as Priyanka madam said that we should have something like this, I think we grabbed at it. We said yes. And we do plan to have it with corporates where possibly there would be more sales. We will be discussing as to how else to make it more beneficial. But at the Department of Psychiatric Social Work and Psychiatric Rehabilitation Services, we also discuss about future goals and what after you. How do you take care? So if you do want to have a discussion with us, and that's on a separate basis, we would be happy to, that you connect with us. You have our email, you have Ansur and Amala's contact details, so you could reach out to us for a separate discussion. But I would like Shalini and Rajni to give in your inputs as to how you think, their future goals and other things can be taken care of.
Hi. So I like the idea that I think he only has a website, right? Yeah. So that's actually a very good idea because website doesn't require him to go and interact with somebody because I mean you can stay and then you keep creating your art and then you keep putting it up. But along with the website, I think you may also have to partner with other sites like Etsy or something. Online now, there's a lot of opportunity available for you to put up your art and then sell it. Of course, word of mouth is needed and a lot of networking would be needed, for which I think exhibitions help. But there's one place where I find exhibitions a little lacking is that, say you want to exhibit in a space, you have to first book the space, pay the money upfront, and you don't know whether things will sell. And we don't know how comfortable they are to stand in front and sell their artwork. So you will need support there. If a family member can do that, or say even if say NIMHANS helps out by maybe not putting out only in NIMHANS, maybe you get in touch with say Rangoli Metro Art or other places wherein a group of 5 or 6 of them can put up their artwork and then sell it. Chitrakala Parishad actually does it for mainstream artists, but something as solid as that is needed, wherein the artist doesn't really need to face the crowd because they may not be very comfortable, and plus they may not be able to explain it the way they have made it. So it needs to be a little more, I would say, personal. That's a better word, and that is where the website helps you. So try out Etsy, try out sometimes even Amazon helps, but then some art websites like that where you can partner.
So I think with NIMHANS and with the entire team of artists who have been there with us for the last 2 years, we've had exhibitions in NIMHANS, in Chitrakala Parishad. We've also visited all the Divya Kala Melas by the Department of Empowerment of Persons with Disability, at least in Bombay, in Delhi, and in Bangalore itself that happened. So we've had almost 6 exhibitions that have taken place over there, and this is the 7th one actually in NGMA. As I said, we're planning in corporate, so we want to showcase this as much as possible. Apart from that, all their paintings are on the national Divyangjan, it was initially NHFDC, that's National National Handicap Development Corporation, NHFDC, and by the Department of Empowerment of Persons with Disability, where they showcase all the products of people and it can be sold online. So if there is a sell online, then the ministry gets in touch with us and we get in touch with them and the money goes to them. So that yours is on the website. We could share the website details. So all the paintings that were done 2 years ago are all on the website for sale. So we'll try our best. And if you do have any ideas, please do let us know if it's within our wherewithal. Yes, we take the last question because we need to close. Yes, please. Or comment or whatever, sir. Please.
I do have an idea actually. So,
Mike, it's not on.
I do have an idea, and it's a very simple idea. All of us look at our respective cities. So I come from Bombay, we are here in Bangalore, towns. Okay. We look at all the walls. How do these walls look? These walls can look much better. Okay. So for example, Shreyas is, unlike a lot of other artists, he's a reference artist. So you give him something, he's able to mimic that, he's able to copy that and put it onto some medium. Now, like you mentioned, when you are going into rural villages, etc., if we want our culture to get depicted, if we want our cities to look more vibrant, or whatever it is, may not be vibrant, maybe it describes something, what can the government do? Now, you said you were looking at X number of artists, you might already have data, and this is something which can be scalable at a national level. What you need to do, for example, you have so many artists, right? All these artists can be engaged. And you start giving them a role wherein all these roads are available. You can get them to do work on the roads. And the state pays them a pension for it. So you've actually solved the problem. And not just that. This is not something which is like a one-time thing, right? You can keep changing this over every 6 months. And you have such a lot of geography to cover that you are never going to be short of work per se. So it's not as if an artist comes and he gets work for say 3 days in a month. you pay people, you have NREGS, you have all types of tolls that are sort of shelled out within the economy, right? So here you can actually get them to display their work of art. Now, like one of the gentlemen mentioned, we are talking about workmanship, right? So all of these people whom we are skilling towards this area, we can utilize their talent and make them a respectable payment. I don't think the state or the country as such does not have resources to ensure that they can be channelized towards these artists. And that is something which I believe is a long-term solution, because you have an exhibition, you have some paintings which will get sold, you might have people who might look at that. But this is where people see art. Or once in a while they will. You have a bus stop, you can make it more vibrant. So I think these are simple solutions which, if we get our minds together, I'm sure we can come up with solutions. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I think we've moved from the panel discussion, and I took the liberty, Priyanka Madam, to move to the audience because I felt a lot of them wanted to talk. But as we close, I think it's been a wonderful discussion. So thank you, Nandita. Thank you, Dr. Rajni, and thank you, Shalini, for being a part of this. Thank you to the audience for being a wonderful audience. And I think I've taken a number of words for art and mental health, from love to happiness to discovery to relaxation. And it has been a beautiful journey for me being a moderator today at this panel discussion. And I thank NGMA for giving us this opportunity to have this discussion and to experience and also explore the connection between art and mental health. Thank you so much to all the panelists, and thank you to the audience. We close.
So to conclude, I take this time to give my vote of thanks. So to start with, art is a process, a journey of self-exploration and realization. It is a connect to one's inner self, a path towards understanding and becoming the best version of who we are. In art, there is no final completion, only continuous discovery. It is not just a creation, it is a form of mental therapy, a gentle healing of mind and soul. So, today, on behalf of National Gallery of Modern Art, Bengaluru, Ministry of Culture, Government of India, so the exhibition and the panel discussion is brought in collaboration with National Institute of Mental Health and Neuroscience, that is NIMHANS, Departments of Psychiatry, Social Work, Psychiatric Rehabilitation Services and Mental Health Education. I thank one and all for being here with us on this occasion, and also for the wonderful panel which gave a lot of insight, a lot of possibilities to think about the art and the involvement into the mental health, which can give a lot of perspectives and dimensions to understand and to also self-realize and to sustain and to heal. So I thank Dr. Aarti Jagannath, the additional professor, Department of Psychiatric Social Work, NIMHANS, Bengaluru, to moderate this session. And I thank the panelists, Ms. Shalini Raman, artist and illustrator, Ms. Nandita V, and Dr. Rajni Parthasarthi, Deputy Director, Mental Health, Arogya Sauda, Government of Karnataka. And I also request our Director, Ms. Priyanka Mary Francis, to kindly come up on stage and give a small token of our thanks to our moderator and the panelists on today's occasion.
Let everybody. Nandita, come. Come this side. Come in center. Nandita. Come, Nandita. Come in the center. Yeah, now you can take
for not following NGMA on social media. I request we are very active on social media, that's Instagram, Facebook, and X, that's the Twitter. For all the events, if you want to follow up. We also have a WhatsApp community, so please join us there to follow up on the upcoming events and exhibitions. And also please catch up tomorrow for the other the artists who are painted, and those will be on display on the other side of the exhibition which is going on.
Yeah. Should we hold? Yeah, hold.
Okay, ready, Lukia?
you.
Thank you. Would the users, ma'am, just 1 minute. Would the
Okay, ready, look at. Okay, thank you.